You're listening to the Warlord Radio Podcast.
Welcome to episode 16 of the Warlord Radio Podcast. We have our very good friends from DeadHAWKE. We have Eric and Kelly.
We're just going to get right into it, huh? No intro, nothing. Just Eric and Kelly are here. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Say hi, guys.
What's going on, guys?
What's up?
Nice.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah.
You
Who are you
Yes.
and what
Who
do you
are
do?
What do you do?
I'm Kelly, and I play bass and do backup vocals.
Nice.
I'm Eric, lead vocals and rhythm guitar.
Hell yes. And you are DeadHAWKE.
So tell us a little bit about DeadHAWKE. Give us the brief history of the band.
We talked about this on the way in, and we said we're going to fuck it up right when we start talking.
Let's just go with some immediate dead air.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
we started off in Diseased. That was a project a long time ago. I think 2012 is now a long time ago.
Yeah, man. That's true.
Yeah.
That's when we got together. That's when I joined the band.
Yeah, and then Diseased died in 2013, and then me and Eric got together and we started a band, DeadHAWKE, and
We're not going to skip over what the name was
September.
supposed to be.
What was the name supposed to be?
Meat Hawk.
Meat Hawk.
I argued that point to the death. As I can't.
yeah,
It does not sound good on my part to just say we are Meat Hawk.
Meat
I was
Hawk.
We got
come
some
on,
meat.
man. It's totally different, man. It's badass. I don't know.
I'm not going to lie. If I was just walking down the street and I saw a flyer that said Meat Hawk on it, I'd be like, I'm going to that show.
Hell yeah! I mean, you get, it's a surprise, you don't know what's gonna come out of that,
Right.
for sure.
And you guys have the E on the end so people know you're not fucking around. You know what I mean? I
The
love that.
E was
Yeah.
the compromise to Meat Hawk, where she said, well, there's going to be an E at the end of Hawk. And I
So
thought,
people know you're not
as
fucking
long as
around.
we're Dead Hawk.
Right? Yes.
We're Dead Hawk Extra.
The only thing you're missing is an umlaut.
Right? Yeah, you do.
Yes. Oh man, we do.
DeadHAWKE.
Yeah.
Ow!
But what was the disease? What kind of music or?
They were doomy.
Really? Okay.
Kind of I don't even know how to explain it. They had a singer that went from rock, heavy singing, he had this melodic thing to kind of rapping.
Oh.
One of their
Over doom metal? Fuck! I would have quit that band too.
it was some of the things.
It was hard to describe. It was.
That's not always bad, but if it's anything like Eric's describing it, that does not sound great.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you,
no.
he represented Sampson Park, and he repeatedly told you, I'm
Yeah.
from Sampson Park.
Yeah.
Really glad you guys started DeadHAWKE /
For many reasons. But that's
Yeah.
a big one.
Yeah.
But you definitely stopped that from happening, so you should be awarded for that, I believe.
Oh,
There you
Kelly told me she was thankful. She
Yeah.
was, okay.
I'm thankful.
She said it started out right, but what the fuck?
Right.
Was there a Z in Diseased?
No.
Okay.
That
No.
was
Not yet.
that was
No.
hell announcing ourselves too. Disease. Hello, we're diseased.
Right.
Not really.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Craig,
Yeah.
Craig tells people he's STD all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when they don't ask him.
Yeah.
I think I shocked somebody. There was a post on Facebook sometime that said, "Oh, they should, I guess your mom sucks cocks in hell." I said, "I know of a song." And so
Yeah.
I posted to it, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
It's like
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. You could create an entire concept around that.
That's right.
What I love is Craig. When did you write that song? How long ago?
Oof. That goes back to 2008.
Okay, so 8. Okay, so 11 years ago, Craig wrote a song that to this day gets him tagged in every Exorcist meme that comes across
It's true.
any social media platform whatsoever. That's longevity out of a bit, man. You should be proud of yourself.
Right?
Oh, every
Yeah.
time I see the name of it, I just smile, and I said, "This is going to offend some people, and I need to see this."
It's amazing.
You know?
If you made a "Your Mother Sucks Cocks in Hell" T-shirt, I would wear that more than I'm comfortable.
Yeah. No, we're working on it. And so
Fuck yeah.
we just haven't done it yet.
Speaking of T-shirts, I got one of your older ones, but you guys just came out with some new ones, right? Or I saw a design or something.
Yeah, that was done by Mark Kitchens.
Shout out to Mark Kitchens.
Stone Machine Electric.
Yeah,
nice.
that's the one. That's the bird one. But he's talking about the new one that we've been using.
Yeah,
Oh, the brand new one.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the one on the new T-shirts. The one old one we had that had the green outline.
Oh, I don't have that one. I've got the
Yeah.
one with the actual hanging hawk.
The hanging
Yeah.
hawk.
Yeah.
That's the one I thought you were talking. That's the
Okay.
one drawn by Mark Kitchens.
Okay, still shout out to Mark Kitchens. But
Yeah.
so what am I talking about, Kelly?
The big like dead hawk with
Yeah.
the wings and everything.
Yeah, that shit is badass. I want to get that tattooed on my chest.
I forgot Brian, or BW. I'm sorry, our lead guitarist. It's a friend of his, a tattoo artist, I believe.
Actually,
he did
you
the
just
design.
segued me great into like a really good line of questioning. So you guys recently like changed your whole lineup, basically, like added the new guitar player. You had a drummer. We'll get to that in a minute. But I wanted to say, because we saw you guys play. I think the last time we hung out with you guys was when we played in Austin.
Yep.
Yeah.
And first off, I want to say, like, I didn't really look at the bill that hard when I was doing that. I was just like, share that shit. I was really busy or something like that leading up to that show. So I didn't know you guys were going to be on the bill. And when I showed up and saw you, I was so fucking happy. I was just like, oh, it's buddies. I love
Right?
these guys.
It's always a good time with DeadHAWKE.
It is always a good time with
Yeah.
you guys. I was because I was walking by the club and you were sitting like in the shadows like a creep just smoking beers. It was awesome.
That's
Eric.
what I do.
I love
Nice.
that about you. And you were just like, hey. And I just turned around and was like, what's going on? Just want a beer? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, dude.
That was a long drive. I
Hey,
absolutely
man.
want a beer.
The Lost Well, props to them.
That was a fun.
Austin,
that was
man.
that was a
ATX.
really cool
Like,
ass show. I would love to go down there and do
I
that.
love the
again.
Lost Well.
No,
man.
props to y'all. These motherfuckers came down right after a all day work.
Right?
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
off the thing, and you could tell they just got off work. They look
Yeah.
like hell. They look like, okay,
I was
let's
so
do this
fucking
fucking
tired.
show. And as soon as they were done, they had to go all the way back up there.
No, we drove. Actually, Wyatt's parents have like a fucking swank ass condo out there or some
Oh, I thought y'all drove
nice.
by.
shit. No, fuck that.
They're living the rock star life.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was the one time we did because Wyatt like woke us up with like chive and bacon breakfast burritos and shit. I was just like, this is amazing.
Right?
Nice.
Usually when we go
Dang.
out of town, it's like when I wake up in the morning, I'm just like my mouth tastes like an ashtray in my head.
So we've Silver Tongue Devil and Diesel Beast have been playing shows with DeadHAWKE going back several years.
Since we started, one of our
Yeah.
first shows was with you guys.
That was the double wide, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It's
Yeah.
Double Wide. That was where we met you guys, and that was
Yeah.
a fun show.
Yeah.
And I noticed because I first walked in because I think we showed up when you guys were already on stage.
Yeah.
And you had that fucking sick Thunderbird, and it was the same one that I had for a while. I don't have that one anymore, but I was just like, that's the exact same bass. And then I started to watch, and
Little toot
like-
to the fruit.
I was like,
Right.
fuck, she can play that bass very, very well. And then, yeah, man, I was an immediate fan of you guys. I love your whole sound. I
Same.
love your vocal
We appreciate
styles.
that,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Thank
You guys are killer. But my point was when we saw you in Austin, that was the first time I saw you with the new lead guitar player and the new drummer, and I thought it was probably one of the more killer sets I've ever seen out of you guys. And I've been watching you guys
Damn,
for 4 or
thank you.
5 years now.
Appreciate that.
So I'm wondering what prompted the new members, and where did you find them? I'm just
Well,
curious.
Well, we got to a point where we have been playing the same songs for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, you go through some drummers and new members, and you got to start all over every time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't
You
got to
go,
tell me.
Here's the song. Here's the next one. Here's how we do it. And you get to that point, and you've been there. You're like, I just want to write new music.
Yes.
You know, we talk about it all the time. This is what we're going to do. And I'm one of those guys that I like goals. I like saying, you know, long term shit comes up quick. You know,
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
you know, you don't agree to all the shit that you can do and then reach it and say, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
So we had Cole Cowden was our old drummer, and he was great. We love him like
He's
a
good.
brother.
Dude, he's fun to hang out with for sure.
Yeah.
He was. It was a good time. I mean,
Yeah.
he was. But we had an opportunity. We went and we recorded our music with BW, and we had played with his other band. He has another band called Ashen Verdict,
Cool.
and they play great music. I mean, I really like it, and you know they always give me this look, but it's Meshuggah-esque.
Okay.
It's not.
I don't
all,
hate Meshuggah. Yeah, I like Meshuggah.
it's them. It's not exactly like that. I mean, it has the 1, 2, 3, 4, but some of them go off a little bit, which I like. I like that kind of sound. But I was drawn in just the arrangement itself and the musicianship. The musicianship of what they did. I mean, they put work into it, and I was like, man. And after we recorded, we kind of talked, and we were like, you know what? We could really do something. We played a couple shows with them, one at Reno's and the other at
Rob's Billiards. And Eula's.
Okay, cool. I haven't played there yet.
If you get a chance, Rob's Billiards, they really take care of musicians.
Nice. Put it on the list.
The owner is a musician himself.
Okay, cool. That actually helps, man. Like, that's a nice perspective because you get ripped off and you get fucked around by promoters and club owners and shit sometimes, and it's always nice to have like somebody that knows exactly what you're doing.
There are dishonest people in the music business?
What? I mean, it was a shock to me as well. Yeah,
shocking.
Yeah.
I had to pick my jaw up off the floor, and I was like, wait a minute. You mean this bar with all these painted over swastikas on the ceiling is not a reputable establishment? Oh, there's some weird fucking venues out there, man.
Yeah,
man,
there is.
Man, the one story we played Andy's with Project Armageddon, Doomster.
Yeah.
I was at
Her
that
band.
show, I think.
Yeah.
That was
They-
cool
Yeah.
set.
They were on a little tour, and they left here. I mean, I got hammered. I mean,
I was definitely at that show.
I was just lighting it up. I said, "No, this is a good crowd." I mean, Andy's drawn in a lot that day. It was funny when we walked out there. There's so many people in the damn square, and I'm like, "Holy shit, we're gonna be a great fucking show." They were playing Pokemon Go. As soon as it got dark, all these guys got in cars and left. I was like, these ass bags.
Right.
Like, they don't even know that after dark is when you get the ghost Pokemon, fucking weebs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to get back to it, I got pretty fucked up. We got back to the jam room at 4, put our shit up, and I get this text at 11 or 12 in the afternoon. It's Doomster saying, "Hey, y'all want to play Texarkana with us?" And we're like,
Fuck yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
We go down there, and it's just, I mean, I don't.
So it was like that day, they were like, we're going to play there tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Well, 'cause one of the bands dropped off, so
Nice.
I mean, they needed us to get in there,
And you guys are great for that because, I mean, you are so nice to listen. Like, you're just a fucking great band. You could kind of put you anywhere.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
And keep going. No, I'm just-
Right.
Don't stop that shit. That's
Hey.
great radio. No, but we got down there, and it was it the Silver Dollar? Is that the name of this place? I don't know.
think so, in
it was an old
Texarkana.
house.
I
It was
think there's a place out there called
Yeah.
it's an old house.
It's closed down now, but yeah, I think it was at one time.
shady as fuck in the back.
Like,
I mean, it
dude.
was like
Some green room shit.
it looked like some like a meth
worse.
meeting place back
Yeah,
there, like
dude, like
in them shadows. But we got there, and there was like 4 people there, at the watching us, and there was no stage. I like those dive bars. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
I
love-
like a good dive bar.
Yeah, that's
sure.
when people are intense, and I love that shit.
Right.
Like, hey, man, you want to drink this moonshine with me in the parking lot? I'm like, fuck yes, I do.
Motherfucker
that was
break it
Oklahoma.
That was Oklahoma. It was great.
Motherfucker, break the top and drink it. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm partying.
Chewing on
Yeah.
glass and shit.
right.
I just want to see what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
But there was more people at the bar just sitting there. Like they looked like regulars. They knew who they were, and I yelled out at them, "Hey, y'all too!" And they didn't even bat an eye. They didn't look my way. They were like, "Man,
They're like,
something's
"Whatever."
gonna happen here. We need to pack up." But
Tough crowd.
Yeah.
that was the worst fucking headache of my life after that.
So, yeah, I can just imagine because I remember seeing you that night and you did get pretty drunk, so you had to wake up with like at least a semblance of a hangover,
Dude.
and then immediately drive
Yeah.
to fucking Texarkana to play in a meth den.
Yeah.
That's a great fucking story. I'm glad we had you guys on.
It's been crazy. I
So,
mean,
for those that don't know, how would you guys describe your sound?
We don't go into it with any kind of, trying to be something this or that. We kind of just say, let's see what comes out.
You, to me, are a band that definitely wears your influences on your sleeve. You know what I mean? Like, you don't carbon copy anyone for sure, but you take strong bits and pieces from the shit that you guys listen to and kind of amalgamate it into this, like, I call it, like, because it's kind of doom, but it's not doom, and it's kind of sludge, but it's not sludge, and it's kind of like blues metal, but it's not. So, but it's, I don't know, stoner core. That's already got to be a thing, right?
Well, stoner / doom. I think it's its own genre at this point. I mean, you guys would definitely fit with that scene.
Yeah.
Well, because you can tell, like, you obviously listen to a lot of Sabbath.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're a big Stevie
Yeah.
Ray Vaughan fan for
Yes.
sure, and you're a very bluesy bass player for a metal bass player.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just like, I don't know, you guys, you don't hear that many people incorporate their influences as fluidly as that all the time.
Yeah, I just think it sounds great. Like I was listening to your all's demo earlier today, just because it's been a minute since I had like sat down and listened to it, and I mean, everything sounds great. You guys have those awesome caveman riffs.
Fuck
I
yeah.
love how the bass isn't just following the roots. That
Yeah.
you're off doing your own thing. Your vocals are awesome. Like I think
I agree. Your voice is perfect.
I think
for
they
your
sound kind of similar for people that haven't heard. Kind of similar to Matt Pike from High on Fire.
Yeah.
But better. Like I'm not the biggest High on Fire
Look
fan.
at his head just explode.
Hold up,
Look
but
at his
it's in
head.
his-
Didn't you
it's
win
similar.
Wow.
like best singer at some point or something?
Yeah,
One of you all
wasn't that?
did.
What was that?
I don't
Who
know.
was
It's,
that?
like I don't even know the magazine.
It
You're
was-
just too busy receiving praise from everybody else that the magazine's
Yeah,
through.
yeah. It's like,
well,
I don't know.
I don't. You know,
He's like, I might have won something.
I've looked at other people I know. You know, our scene is really good, and the sad thing is there are not a lot of people coming out to it.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, it's just because there's so much going on. Everybody has, I'll go next week. I'll go next week. And I've had so many friends when they come and seen you guys. I mean, especially you guys, Silver Tongue Devil at Andy's. I mean, I remember this. I took a couple friends up there. I got them to come out and watch us play. And when they played, he looked at me and he goes, "Holy fuck!" I mean, just the energy that y'all come out with. I mean, this, you know, your stage show. You put in that attitude for it. You know, you're all in. You know, you see some of these bands that are not there. They're not all in. They're just there to, hey, I can really play good. That doesn't make it
Yeah.
good. You know, the whole band ain't going to be good if you're just good on the guitar and can't work with nobody.
Especially, and you see so many, especially like the more technical they get, the less they move on stage typically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
the more their fingers are working, and I mean, their fingers are working, but like they just kind of stand there. You guys like fucking tear it up. You have so much goddamn hair, Kelly. It flies all over
What?
the damn
Right.
stage.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
badass to watch you on stage because your hair is like 4 feet long. You just Rapunzel that shit around the stage. It's great.
Yeah.
But no, it's really cool to watch you guys. But so you guys are largely based out of Fort Worth, you would say, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that where you both live?
No, I'm from Grand Prairie.
Okay.
I live in
The
Fort Worth.
armpit of the Metroplex.
Ah,
But we've talked about this on the show a few times. Is like Fort Worth they definitely lean towards death metal. Primarily, I would say. Like we've been on a few like doom bills out there, mostly with you guys. But like when we play in Fort Worth, we get booked on so many fucking death metal shows out there, and I've noticed that like I'm just wondering what it's like being in like a sort of stoner-esque doomish band in just a sea of fucking death metal bands. There's so many death metal bands that come out of Fort Worth. Yeah.
I come from a metal background, and you know, just to go back to how our sound is, you know, I had a lot of these songs that I wrote. You know, I didn't join a band when I was young. I did everything backwards. I went to the Navy. I went and I got education. Then I was a supervisor for Delta in Chicago. Then I work for Bell now. Now I said I'm not gonna fucking get too old to get out there and play. Which, you know, you really never can be too old. But
You can be so old though, where people are like, "Is Pawpaw tired, man?"
I mean, that's what I was gonna say. You can be too old to move that shit around.
Yeah,
and you're
for
gonna be like,
sure.
you know, and I don't have too much longer doing that shit unless I get a fucking roadie. I said, hey, I need a 21-year-old.
No, I've been playing
Hey,
with my dad since I was like 13 years old. My dad still plays. He's a killer fucking musician. He truly is. But he's like, 60-something years old, and he's still hucking all of his shit around. He plays guitar, so he's always got amps and like PA bags and shit. And it's just like, sometimes it is kind of sad watching my dad try and get all that shit up the stairs. Because like 10 years ago, you know, he could have cartwheeled up the fucking stairs. He was fine, but that shit, it takes a toll after a while.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, it does.
That's why Diesel Beast has such small amplifiers. You ever notice that about us?
Yeah.
Our amplifiers are fucking tiny.
We hate
Yeah.
you for that.
I know.
I used to carry 2 cabs and my damn head. I said, no, I got
that.
Yeah.
I got a practice amp now.
Yeah.
I had this like 1400 watt Galen Kruger stack, and I traded it in for like an orange combo amp.
Hell
Yeah. Hey, those things are awesome.
Have
man.
you guys
Oh,
played
for sure.
at a venue called Rudyard's in Houston?
No, we haven't.
No,
Have
we
you-
didn't.
We've heard of the stairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So shout out to a infamous venue in Houston called Rudyard's. And it's a nice venue. It's a cool place, and it's got like a brewery / bar downstairs, and then the second floor is the venue.
Yeah.
And there's also a bar up there, but you literally have to cart all of your shit up of a narrow flight of stairs.
Oh man.
No elevator, no like
Yeah.
Abbey Underground would have the convenient ramp where you could like
That
float your
ramp
shit.
wasn't convenient. That thing was at such an angle you could ride your shit down the fucking ramp and almost die at the bottom.
Say that when there's only
What
stairs.
was-
Fair enough.
There
Well-
was there was another Fitzgerald's, right? That
Right.
just got torn down.
Yeah, I
didn't
think
it?
it just closed.
Then we played out there, dude. Right?
Yeah, they had
and they
stairs,
had
too.
the stairs too. I mean, when I was in Tri County too, I think we played there as well.
Yeah.
Those stairs, and it was like raining
Yeah.
when I was in Tri County, dude. And the night we were like loading in, I was like, this sucks.
I'm over this already.
So
Yeah.
bad.
Did any of you guys ever play? We had a bar here called Cool Beans.
Oh, yeah.
for a while on Fry Street. Did you ever
Yeah,
play there?
the roof of Cool Beans. We got to
No.
play there once.
They had
We totally did your mother sucks cocks in hell.
that fucking okay. So when you load on, it's fine.
Yeah.
They have this nice big ass staircase, and then you go onto the roof, and the roof is sketchy as fuck.
Yes.
There's like it shakes when you move, like bass drum will
Yeah.
hit, and the whole fucking floor will rattle. Like it's real sketchy up there. But then when you tear down, they make you go on, or they made you go on the other side. Do you remember that, Jason? And they had the most like rickety bullshit. Elmer glued together fucking staircase
Yeah.
hanging off the side of this fucking building. It was half rotted out.
Oh,
And this shit, dude, as soon as you stepped onto it with your gear, it would just like creak. And you're like, this is the day I die. I'm going
Yeah.
to die on this rickety ass bullshit staircase that these guys slapped together all fucking willy nilly.
Well, it also had the turn in it, right? The 90-degree turn. 'Cause it wasn't just it didn't just zigzag
No.
up. It actually had like the hard right angle where you have to like hold the gear, kind of actually have your gear like hanging over the
Yeah.
side
Yeah.
of the like 2-story drop and then get it up there. Yeah, it was
I
exciting.
have watched many a person drop guitars and amplifiers and shit off
Wow.
that angle because you had to like kind of hang it off the side a little bit just to make the turn.
Yeah.
And if you had a few fucking drinks, like, and you got butterfingers, like your shit was going over, man.
Yeah.
Well, we played the San Antonio Bonds Club. That had
Oh,
that rickety
Bonds.
ass-
Bonds
I didn't
Park.
trust that
Yeah.
elevator. They like,
Oh, I know.
You want to use it? And he's pulling a rope as this thing goes. I'm like, hey, dude, don't let go. There's a lot of shit on that, you know? I was like, how is this little dude going to pull that?
So we're actually playing there in 2 weeks, but
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so Bond's Rock Bar down in San Antonio is literally on the Riverwalk. Very
Yeah.
cool
Yes.
venue.
The Riverwalk's sweet.
Very cool venue. The downstairs is a bar. They've got these awesome paintings
I'm
of
seeing
like
a trend here.
Dio and Pantera and Metallica and Slayer everywhere and stuff like that. And it's all decked out. And then the venue's on the second floor. So they have this dumbwaiter that you just put the gear on and then you walk up the stairs and then the dumbwaiter
fucking
goes up there and you got to get it. But as you're putting your gear on the dumbwaiter, it is shaky as fuck.
Is
And
there
you're
just like some gimp with a chain just like pulling it?
Yeah, I guess
Kinda.
there's a counterweight there somewhere, but it's like it's just hanging on one rope, bouncing back and forth.
I don't know if I'm cool with that. That's like my fucking life on that.
That's exactly what I was
Right.
thinking. I agree with you. The place is great. We played there a big show, and I don't remember what it was called.
But you can't put
Yeah.
a 2x4 on a rope and call it a fucking elevator.
exactly. You're out getting
apparently you can.
hear a big crash. Oh, don't worry about that noise.
I'm extremely worried about that noise, and you should be too. Oh my God!
It
Could
was
you
just
imagine?
all your gear, just falling everywhere.
Dangling. Could you imagine though, like the night that he does wipe somebody's entire fucking gear set out? I mean,
Yeah.
I think I might kill a motherfucker for that.
I wouldn't know
yeah.
what to do. I know at that point I would have that feeling like it's murder time.
I was like, listen, bud,
pitch
I'm a reasonable
Yeah.
man. We're
Pitch
just
him
gonna
into
take
the,
one of your hands.
the river there.
I'm hearing a Silver Tongue Devil song starting to form.
Right.
Yeah, I'm peeling your flesh off right
Your
now.
flesh. I'm gonna cut off one of your hands. You can never do this to anybody else ever again. Oh my God, I'd fucking lose it. So okay, well, what kind of venue? Like, what shows do you guys have coming up? Like anything awesome? Or oh wait, no, that was my fuck up. We can edit that out or leave it in. I'm fucking fine with looking like a dumbass.
Nothing.
On this show.
Nothing.
So you guys recently lost your drummer, correct?
This is right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you kick him out? Can we talk about like was it gnarly or is it just like one of those
No.
like oh he just took off?
He made a life decision.
That's
you know,
fair.
Yeah.
he couldn't stay here. He wasn't making the money he thought he was, and
That's
you know,
a fair thing.
You have to come to terms with what your real situation is. You know,
Right.
I can do this. Like these guys that have 6 bands and say, no, I got time, and then I can't make it. Oh, I can't make it. You know, at some point you got to be honest and
Be
think
like,
of the
"Come on,
other
man."
people.
Yeah.
I can't. You know, so he made a decision. He left. It was a bad time. I mean, I say it's a bad time, but we got recorded those.
Yeah.
3 songs
Yeah.
that we wanted to,
Yeah.
and then he left. So that one little time he was here, he was a great drummer,
Right.
and we
Yeah,
got,
he
we
was.
got those
Yeah.
recordings down. But now it's just been a struggle to find a drummer. You know,
I've been sharing all your posts because like I can't think of anybody off the top. And what's fucked up is there's somebody on my friends list or some shit that I know well enough to probably just hit up, but I can't think of anybody. And I've been going through it because I see that post all the time. And like I said, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, if I played drums, I would come and play drums for you guys, but I would ruin your band. I would destroy
well,
your love for music.
our guitarist BW is pretty. He's really smart at it. I mean,
Yeah.
he went to school for this. I mean, he can play the drums too.
Nice.
And he wants to put the guitar down and play the drums just in the interim while we look for the
So you
drummer.
can still
so
play
we can
shows
keep
and-
going.
yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all. I mean, I know it's like this for y'all, but when you're away from music just for a little while,
Oh, yeah.
it starts like
Oh, it's
something's
murder.
wrong. I get an attitude. You know, I walk
Yes.
around, just wanting to smack people
Yeah.
for no
Start
reason.
getting all anxious.
Well, we've
and
all,
angry.
Yeah.
like all of us have experienced a pretty big lineup shift. Like we lost our lead singer, had to replace him, and to do all that shit. Craig has been through like 27 drummers. Since
Yeah, we're like taps.
I've seen it. Every time I go over to shake a new drummer in, I was like, I'll look and I can't remember names for.
Isn't it
anything.
fucked up too when you feel like you've already met the dude and you're just like, I don't know where I was.
A storm goes off in my head when I'm going up to this guy and he's going, "Hey, what's going on?" And I'm like, I know I've met their drummer before. This guy does not look familiar at all.
And what's funny is he's on good terms with all of them. So I think Craig is just trying to play with every single drummer in
Right.
Metroplex at least one time.
Right?
Yeah.
It seems that way, but it is definitely not. Like band changes are the worst thing.
They
ever.
are, but
It is. I hate them. I don't know of anybody that likes them, and it's kind of like the last thing you ever want to do.
Yeah.
But then
Well,
there's times you just can't avoid it.
exactly
Yeah.
like you said, Eric, is that like it cuts the balls off your momentum completely. Like whatever momentum you have built up stops dead in its tracks until it gets addressed. And I mean, and sometimes it takes longer than other times to get it going again. I'm glad that your guitar player is like a sick musician.
Yeah.
Oh
So
man,
that
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to blow sunshine up his ass all
Right.
BW, you're damn good at it.
Yeah.
You should always talk shit about your guitar players. I'm
Right.
just
fuck
saying.
him. No, he just came in and he gives these little, hey, did you think about this? And he's not overbearing. You get these guitarists. No, I just looked at Jason. But if they're good, if they're really good and they know it,
Yeah.
they kind of overpower. No, this needs. And by the time they're done with the song, it's a full solo through the whole damn thing.
Yep.
Let's fill this place with a la la la.
Wyatt Williams.
Well, I mean, you have the guys, and you can't. I mean, my drive is the same way. I want to get my parts in there, but that as a band, that's why we come out with the sound that we do. She battles to have her bluesy doom in there, and I battle to have my metal because I'm a metal background.
And the thing is like the blend of you two's style is like pretty much the whole sound of the band. You know what I mean? Like the drums are the drums, and like. A lot of drummers can do a lot of different versatile things that'll fit in, but I mean, to truly mold the sound of the band, first off, you have to have a sick bass player, or you have to have a sick rhythm section, period, and you need a like a strong-ass bass player in that rhythm section, and the fact that you're a very good rhythm guitar player, it just fucking fits, you know what I mean? So, like, your sound is definitely, like, what you two bring to the table for me, for DeadHAWKE. You know what I mean? Even with the new lineup that you had, I still felt that way.
Well, we got that a lot. We got a lot. I mean, I was drawn to that raspy bass sound from the get go. I said that made me just some music just makes you happy. We were listening to a song. This is too damn happy. But some will immediately give you that grr face, like fuck, turn it up, and it's just what we wanted. That's what we wanted. We wanted songs that would make you go, let's do something.
That's the
fun
I think
shit. You accomplished it. So every time that I saw you guys play, it was as a 3-piece. So I guess from the early days, you were a 3-piece. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then most recently, you guys got your guitar player and your drummer. But I didn't get an opportunity to see you with those two newer guys. How did having another guitar player fill out your sound? Like was he doing harmonies? Was he doing octaves? Was he a lot of times like playing something similar?
A lot of the stuff that I wrote, I'm a Metallica fan. That started. There's two things.
Jason just got happy.
There's who you were before you found music,
right?
The music that moves you. Then you're that person after that.
That's a totally accurate statement.
It really is. Once you find a band that made you grr,
I've said this before on the podcast. When I was like 6 or 7, my dad played the first Black Sabbath album, and that first song on the album with those tritones, like that sound changed my whole fucking life.
Yeah,
I was just like,
you and millions of us others.
Completely different person after I heard that, like that one just bow, and I was like, oh.
My dad was Black Sabbath and ZZ Top. My mom was Motown. So my mom would listen to Motown during the day. So I like that kind of stuff. But after that, the first thing I bought that was Metallica Garage Days Revisited, the tape, because it was all I had it was a $5.98. I had $7. There we go. And they just looked goofy on that cover. I didn't know what I was doing. I went through Iron Maiden. I remember seeing Eddie going, I was young. That's a little scary.
Right.
Don't want to see that right now. So I get these goofy guys in a bathroom, and I was like, hey, I'll listen to that. I heard the Small Hours, and I vividly remember going, okay, I'm not that guy anymore. I'm
this guy.
I was hell on wheels from that moment on.
Dude, yeah. I remember hearing that on the radio. Like, they actually played it, and I was just like right after I had gotten my license when I was 16, and like, man, I was like, wow. Like, what? The Small Hours. I don't know, man. That song was like, what?
So what about you, Kelly? Like, was there a turning point for you? Something
I just
you heard
imagine
early on?
Like you were the one baby in the living room. You came out with a denim vest on, just like fucking throwing chairs around and shit.
I mean, honestly, I was really
fucking slap me.
I mean, I was really like just a normal chick, kind of like not really in any kind of popular clique or anything.
Yeah.
And then I just like started like hanging around headbangers and stuff back in the day when I was younger. and then like everybody called me like Satan worshiper when I was in junior high school, because I was wearing Slayer t-shirts and wearing black nail polish, dyed my hair black, like I
got that too, because we all live in Texas. In Texas, there are so many rednecks, man.
Yeah. This was in Detroit.
Oh, shit.
This is in Detroit.
That's a special type of redneck in Detroit.
Yeah. There's special rednecks up there.
I just drank a lot because it was hot as fuck. That's what I did, because we would always hang out at the lake, and I'd start drinking a lot when I started hearing this music. Once I was, not drinking age per se. It wasn't.
We don't advocate you enjoying your life at whatever stage you decide to start enjoying it.
Right.
So that's awesome. Like, shit, no, I had something.
He had something he lost.
Gone now.
Well, how about this? This is a good spot for us. We'll take our first break, but introduce one of the songs that you guys sent us. What would you guys like us to play first? So we're going to play 2 of your songs. What's the first one we're going to do?
Collapse of the Sun.
Collapse of the Sun. Give us what's that about? Like, who writes the lyrics in the band anyway?
I do.
Okay, so what's the skinny?
I try to write nice lyrics sometimes, and it never comes out nice. I'm always gonna murder somebody.
Hell yeah,
somebody has
way.
to be, held accountable. You did this, and I don't know who it is, but this one was actually a story I read. It was about a guy who was in a coma. And he was aware of everything that was going on, but couldn't move around. And he was like sexually abused and smacked around. I mean, they didn't go into detail what was happening, but he woke up and started telling people all this stuff. So it's about being alive but dead. You can't get out of it.
Could you imagine like being? I mean, this is a weird position to put yourself in this scenario. But if you were the abuser and the coma victim just woke up and you're just like, fuck.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Hey, motherfucker, let's go find this dude. So, just think about being the parent of this person.
Oh, man, yeah.
They start telling you, just give me the name slow.
I'll be like, get my axes, boy.
It's axing time. I'm a Viking. Come on.
I'm going to chop them up.
So why, of the 3 songs that you guys recorded, why these 3? Because you have more than 3 songs. So was just the favorite? You guys voted on it? How'd that go?
Well, let's go back to the music. These songs that we have like 7 songs. And most of the riffs, the songs that were written are by me, by myself. A while back we were talking.
Right.
I played guitar with my headphones for a long time, and if
So
I
these
had
are licks you've been kicking around for years.
licks, they've been around for a long time, and we want to be doomier, heavier, a little bit slower.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my metal coming out. I do like the songs that we wrote, but I want it to evolve a little deeper.
Okay.
So when we wrote those, they said, let's get them recorded. Mm-hmm. Let's get them down. And, now we can, with all the new members, we can start writing the new stuff. And then we lost the drummer and haven't really been able to focus on the new music.
So I was actually going to ask that, like, now that you kind of do have some downtime, wouldn't that be a good time to kick out new stuff? Because whenever somebody comes in, you can just show them the newer stuff.
Yeah, that's what we've been planning. That's our plan.
Nice.
We took a big breath. We
took a break.
That's a pretty good kick in the balls, you guys.
Of course.
Took, 'cause you picked up some serious momentum. I'm not kidding. That Austin set, that was one of the best sets I've seen out of you guys.
Well, just with the lineup change, we just, it really, it just sped things a lot more up, and
right.
You were right.
It was just kind of like. Damn,
it was the momentum killer.
Yeah. It was the boner killer. So
it is, and I totally understand that, and I've totally been there. But the reason I mention that is, to me, is like, as long as you're doing something with your time, you don't lose momentum. So, like, if you guys, even though you're not able to play shows, at least until your guitar player decides he's gonna learn some more on the drums of your songs, right? Mm-hmm. Is if you guys are writing, well, most bands take downtime to write, so that means you're not losing any time. You're still keeping your forward momentum. And then when you come out and you play and you integrate like 1 or 2 new songs, it's like you're reinventing yourself every time, so that even though it's downtime, it's not really.
I would listen to him. He's had like 47 drummers.
Well, this is not, we planned on doing that. We were going to get together and just have our little, big group hug. And it was just, like I said, it was a kick in the teeth. Not by him, not rude saying.
No, for
it was
sure,
just,
though, because it fucking sucks.
We were playing a bunch of shows, and we talked about.
Yeah, you were. You were, fuck, we met you in Austin, which is, for anybody out there not in Texas, it's like 4 hours away from here.
Yeah. Right.
Well, we had all these plans and ideas. We have a bunch of riffs. We used to come in and noodle around before a jam session before we start practice, and we would play all these riffs and never record it. Well, we finally started. BW brought in his board, and now we can record everything we do.
Nice.
So, we just.
We are big proponents in Diesel Beast of game tapes. Like we try to record as much practice as we
I'm
can.
sure with this guy around.
Yeah, I mean, typically tonight we're coming from Jason's House USA, which is a lovely establishment, but
Yes.
we usually work out of his studio. And I mean, Jason's got a full-fledged fucking legit sound studio that they like charge people money to make records in.
I saw the pictures online of the everything y'all were doing. We were pretty excited to be on here.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah.
We'll have you back on when we're in the studio. That'll be
Yeah.
a good show.
And
but,
we'll get your guitar player out here as well.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we're
That'd be awesome.
we're a little bit limited just because of like the setup, but we were talking about it, and even if we had like 16 microphones, it works kind of best just with one or two people, because then if you get more people in, you kind of have like crosstalk, and it's hard to focus on something, and it's like everybody's kind of scattered.
I
as
like
opposed
this.
to
I like
just
feeling
the more chill atmosphere
Yeah.
of just like going.
it's
back
intimate.
and
We're
forth
just
a little bit.
chatting with friends.
Right.
Right.
Fun.
All right, we're going to take a quick break so that Kara can
I need
inject
to
some nicotine,
Smoke.
and we're going to play your song.
Awesome.
This is Collapse of the Sun.
By DeadHAWKE.
And we're back.
So you recorded with Jeff Sessions. No, that's not right.
Yeah, well, you know it.
Jeff Sessions.
Jeff Sessions.
So where did you record your 3-song demo?
It was done at Session Works with Jeff Mount.
That's in Fort
Yep.
Worth?
No, it's in
North Richland Hills?
No, it's Hearst.
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 I'm
That's
sorry.
right.
Yeah, Hearst.
HEB.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're everywhere.
That was my first time recording in a true recording environment with the separate booth. I mean, we've been pretty professional with separators and stuff like that.
Right.
But this was the first time, and it was kind of nerve-wracking. I was like, okay, I'm worried we're not going to play this straight.
I'd be more worried about being in Hearst.
Right.
I'm sorry. As a bald gentleman with Viking tattoos, I could get into some real fucking trouble in Hearst.
Oh, you
No,
are.
it's so mellow, like where that studio's at.
cool.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we all fit the description out there.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been to a couple of shows where I'm like, this is not my scene.
Yeah.
That happens all the time. Like, this is, I don't
Really?
think we should be here.
Yeah, really, it's like a lot of, HEB, it's, not knocking it, but there's a lot of older crowd, I could say, that go to show.
You don't start that show at 2 p.m. You ain't get nobody out there.
Yeah,
So how long did it take you guys to record those 3 songs?
We actually recorded 5 songs.
Okay.
yeah.
But we didn't put the other ones out. We're trying not to do that metal side of it so much.
Gotcha.
We have the one song called Only the Bold, but that was just a riff that I used to use to warm up. And then it evolved into, hey, I got this other riff to go with it, and then fucking a song.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's just play it, because we weren't really making any progress. It was like you were saying, we were in between drummers again and said, well, let's work this up because I'm going to go crazy if we don't do something.
Right.
So we worked that one up, and when we made another one, and it was just a fun song. It's the one we play at the end of our shows. I mean, it's just easy chords, and we can kind of goof off while we're up there and do it when we're drunk and tired.
So you guys did 5 songs, but how long did you guys do it over, like a weekend or like 2 weekends or
5
a
hours.
week, or?
You did the whole
5
thing in
hours.
5 hours?
5
Yep.
hours,
That's
yeah.
impressive as
Yes.
hell.
Mixed.
Yes.
He mixed it. We recorded and he mixed it
In
right
5
there
hours.
while we were sitting on the couch.
Wow.
Yep.
We've been playing these damn songs for felt
yeah.
like 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Feel that.
And the new guys, they came in and they just fit in so well. They already knew all of the stuff. You know what I mean?
It was
So-
a very organic sound that came out of the. I can't speak for the drummer. I wasn't paying that much attention, but the second guitar player for sure. Like he obviously just fit in immediately. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it wasn't awkward or jarring or anything.
That took our
No,
music
yeah.
to the next that next
I agree.
step.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know where the steps are going,
Right.
but it felt like we moved up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, this sounds more like what we want, and had a little more professional feel to it. I'm not trying to say we're professional that by far,
Yeah.
but
It sounds good. I mean, it
does.
sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Like I said, I just listened to it again today, and it sounds really nice.
thanks. man.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We want to put it down and record it and move.
Yeah.
I'm ready to move on. I like writing. I love practice. People say no. I don't like finding reasons not to practice. I want to go. I love working on songs, especially when you have a riff or something, and you like.
You need to get it out before you lose it.
Exactly,
Yes.
all day.
Yeah.
I come up with riffs in my head, and I'll even grab them up and that's it. And then I'll listen to it later. Like, what the hell was I doing?
So where do you all practice at?
EMP, Fort Worth. EMP rehearsals in Fort Worth.
Is it
Just
just
like
like
room there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good setup. I mean, he was a musician too.
Omar.
Omar Gomez.
Yeah.
shout out to
The
him?
owner.
And
Yeah.
he really takes care of band people. We go in there. He has closed TV, security cameras that you can look everywhere.
Oh,
All
cool.
the parking lot, in the hallways.
Ain't nobody jacking your shit out of that.
No.
If
No.
anything happens, he said immediately they're going to get the tape, look at, find out what happened, and give it to the police.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's been real good with us.
How long you guys been out there?
Oh man.
3
Going
years.
on 3 years now, maybe.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's because we talk about this every episode. Like a rehearsal space or lack thereof can totally kill your band. You know what I mean? If you have
Yeah.
nowhere to play
Oh yeah.
and practice, then you're done. Like before
Yeah.
you even get started. And unless you have somewhere fixed in, like your own living room or something like that, if you got the space, like it can be really hard. So it's pretty cool that you guys found a place and actually like cultivated a decent relationship with the guy and have been out there for a while. That's smart. That's fucking smart.
Well, that's all. I wanted to get back to whenever you said, people don't move on stage. I think that has a lot to do with your space too. If,
for sure.
Like we went from a 3-piece to a 4-piece, and our space went down. I mean, you're in one spot moving, and then you move like this. I'm hitting the neck of her guitar.
Except for me, I mean, I'm still trying.
I don't have enough room, and we're all over
I'm
damn
like,
corner.
y'all move.
But I'm like Kelly. I'm the same way. Like I'm all over the fucking place. And there's 5 of us.
Yeah.
Man, we have our new guy, Ziggy's got like these fucking huge dreads. They're like ropes, man.
Oh man.
3 or 4 feet long.
Yeah, like they hang down past his ass.
Yeah.
And when he starts swinging those fuckers around, like you need to be watching them because they hurt when they hit you.
Yeah.
The stage is small enough.
Hey, let Kelly start feeling the music. I mean, I was turned around, and I'll be playing and look at different things that's going on. Then I turn around, and her hair is like right here.
Right at you, man. Yeah. I also love because like I'll be watching you guys and I'm like, man, they're hitting a real good groove, and I'll like turn over here to grab a beer and I'll turn back around and Kelly's like on the floor on her knees backwards just fucking screaming that shit out.
Hell yeah.
It's like, this is a good show.
Hell yeah.
Oh man,
That's what it's about. I mean, that's the other half of performing is, or being in a band is when you're performing is putting on the stage show.
Yeah, you have to entertain the people that come out and pay money to see you. You know what I mean? You owe them something.
That's how. I mean, I'm not saying like that's how bands get big, but I mean, if you're just standing there, just playing your instruments, not doing anything. I mean, it's really.
It's boring.
Yeah, it's very boring.
I don't like that shit. Plus, I get bored as a performer. Like, I can't just stand there and fucking do nothing. I got to move around.
Like, if you see that band and you see that they're into their music and they're just like, they're grooving like so hard, that makes you get into it too, and you're just like, yes.
Well, that's actually something that drew me in with everybody at this table right now. Is the first time I saw our respective bands, I was just like, fuck, that was a good show.
Oh yeah, yeah. We've played like several good shows with both y'all, and man,
they're always fun.
The one we played with Diesel Beast at Andy's too. That's the first time I had heard you, and I was just. That was a Gurr moment. I had to have a shot of Jaeger, and I was, I can't hide my excitement very well.
That's true. I've seen you get into a band.
I don't care what people think. I don't care what you're doing. I'm gonna have fun with what I'm doing, and if you don't like it, that's okay.
But that's so cool. That was, that's when the first time I saw you guys. I immediately like keyed onto that, like your interplay, like on stage, and just how you play and stuff. It makes just such a huge difference, like watching a band, enjoying the band, because like first off, you guys got killer music, right? But it's got to be more than that. And you can be anything you want on stage, but if you don't have killer music, it doesn't fucking matter. And you can have killer music and be fucking boring as shit. And I still love the music, don't get me wrong. But, like, for instance, like, I'm a huge Megadeth fan.
Me too.
I love Megadeth.
I know exactly what you're about to say, though.
And they are boring as fuck live.
Yeah.
They're fucking boring live.
Yeah,
And Dave Mustaine, who you would think would be this, like, gnarly front man that's, like, talking to the audience. No, not at all. Like, he might say one thing.
Like, try my new beer.
And
you know how many times that man was high on drugs and couldn't move from that microphone?
Maybe.
Fair point.
It's just, hey, if I
move, I'm going to eat shit.
I'm going to take a dive.
Maybe, but I've seen him since he's turned super religious, and he's the same way.
And the years of doing that, you just got that sense.
Like their albums are some of my favorite music of all time, like Rest in Peace and Peace Sells, and all of that stuff. To me, is just classic, immortal stuff. But I don't get excited seeing
them live.
No,
I'm the same way.
But I get excited seeing you guys live. Like, I love playing shows with you guys.
You guys go
shows.
balls out every fucking time. Like, I've never seen you guys phone it in, not once.
Thanks.
Well, we
we
love
try.
to do it.
I mean,
you guys do the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
you get out there and you can tell that when you strum that fucking note, when that downbeat hits, you're in your element. You know, I don't like giant crowds, even though we play in front of them.
Right.
Now,
Well, that's
I
why
say
I like-
giant crowds.
I like
all
to
10
be,
of them.
No,
You know,
we have the best seat, like, because I don't like crowds either. But I'm on stage, controlling the crowd. They're fucking off doing whatever the fuck they're doing. That's fine. Like, yeah, but once I'm like off stage and have to get down, that's why I get wildly drunk, is so that I can fucking talk to other human beings. It's really sad.
But you know what? that you know, I'm not getting sentimental or anything, but that's what I like about the scene right now. There's a lot of bands out there that are very welcoming to people.
Yes.
that you can tell that they don't like interacting, or you know, they stay home a lot and then they get out and they're like, oh my god.
A lot of us are
They're gonna
nerds.
grab you, like you
Yeah.
guys. You're gonna grab them by the shoulder. Hey, what's going on? Let's have a drink. You know,
Right.
I'm. You know, come out and have fun with us. We're not. You know, we don't want money from them all the time. We don't do it for the money.
Right.
We know that we're not going to get rich off this. You know, we always hope.
Right.
I hope money just falls in our lap too. But
Yeah, like it would be awesome. I'd take that as well. Just money falling out of the sky. That's fine.
Like a poltergeist, a money poltergeist.
Money poltergeist.
fucking tornado of $100.
Or just like a down narco plane or something.
right?
Any
either way.
sweet. I found all this coke and cash.
But if people realized how much thrill we would get from them coming up and just hanging out with us, we would be more thrilled of seeing them than they are of seeing us, I bet.
Yeah.
You know, they
Tell that, yeah.
there's a new venue that we've been playing called Division Brewing.
Okay, where's that?
Oh
at?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
owned by Wade Wellington.
Arlington, right?
Arlington. And
Yeah.
when y'all get a chance, go out there, because he has a brewing company. He already has a band.
Didn't you guys do a Doom Fest out there?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Heavy Mash.
Heavy Mash.
Yes.
2.
Man,
Yeah,
I was
part
so
2.
bummed I didn't get to go out to that because we were playing out of town that day. But you
Yeah.
guys were part of a killer lineup.
Yes.
You know Orthodox Fuzz?
Oh,
Yeah, I like
Okay, they
Orthodox
have a
Fuzz
beer
lot.
out there already. You
Oh,
know, this
wow.
guy
Nice.
loves bands. He's a band guy.
I want a diesel beer. I want a diesel beer so fucking bad.
right?
I'm afraid I'd drink myself to a DeadHAWKE.
Yeah.
Give me
Of
that.
course, it's badass because it's my name.
Even if it tastes like shit, I'd chug those things all night.
Eric's that sewage. Badass sewage.
Great
But, I mean, just the venues themselves are, you know, we lost a few. Grotto went away.
Yeah, we
You
lost
know, that
a
was
few,
that was a hard one for us, you know,
Yeah.
just because that,
Yeah.
even though it smelled like throw up, it was, I always missed my throw up smell.
All right, I'm going to get playfully graphic. We played with you guys up there one time for a Doom Fest, and I ate something from across the street that, like, fucking floored me. It was like, you're done. You're done. We hadn't played yet. And I remember, like, I had to use that bathroom, like, number 2 style. And that was one of the worst fucking days of my life. I was just like, I don't want to do this. I wish this was not happening right now. I still have to go out there and play. And I'm just in here mortified. Like, it was but I still liked the venue. But
Carrot murdered the bathroom, then
I
you murdered
did.
the
I
stage.
I did. It was terrible. That was not one of my.
You know what your luck would be? Mountain of Smoke would be playing the Grotto that night, and he'll just walk in there like he usually does and play in the bathroom while you're just hammering away on doing some intestinal yoga.
Brutal.
Like, what's up, bro?
Man, that's a lot of fuzz on that bass. There ain't no fuzz on that bass.
That's me and the chicken I tried. No, but yeah, you're right. And we talked about that. We're running into a similar problem here in Denton. Is like we lost fucking all of our venues. We have 2 places we can play in this town now. We have Andy's and J&J's, and that's it.
Well, that's what
Wow.
happened to music. Remember, I'm a little older.
And Backyard on Bell. I keep forgetting that place because we don't ever fucking play there.
We're playing our first show there as acoustic double
I'm
with
running-
Monogamizer.
I'm running merch for Monogamizer that night.
There you go.
Nice.
Get ready to battle a train.
Yeah.
You guys, I've been living in this town for so long. I've fought that train every day of my fucking life.
Well, I mean, way back when I was sneaking out to go to fucking shows, it was, you know, you had Joe's Garage,
Yeah.
Boiler Room, and a couple scattered. So you had one or the other to go to.
Yeah.
All the people there. It was crowded, even if the band sucked.
Yeah.
You know,
Because it was what you did.
Yeah.
That's where we're going. Now you have 100 clubs around here all wanting us to draw the people in, and they don't want to pull it, you know, and we don't get paid. You know, we understand that. And it's because of how
it's very
flooded
scattered.
the market is.
Yeah.
Now that you lose a few, I hated losing the Grotto, and I hated the rail closing down. That was pretty shocking. But
That happened out of fucking nowhere too, man.
Yeah.
Like they had shows booked
yeah.
that got canceled.
Yeah.
Viva Ford was supposed to play that.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
They
had to
showed
tell
up
her-
one day and the place was like chained shut. Like
Yeah.
people
like
had no job that day.
Yeah, I've been through that where you just show up for work and it's like, oh, this isn't a business anymore. Fuck. Guess I
Wow.
Put together a resume.
Am I gonna get a last paycheck?
The answer would be no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucked for them. You know, I hated
Yeah.
seeing it go, but you're seeing a new breed of these places open up. You know, like
Yeah.
Division Brewing has been my favorite. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to plug them or anything, but
no, plug away.
you
Like,
have-
we definitely want to check that out.
you have the brewing side, the bar and everything, big, you know, everything you need. Then you have an outdoor deck with a bunch of seats.
Cool.
They'll put shows on outside there, and then you have Growl Records on the inside. They have a record store and
Oh, cool.
comic book.
That's where the
Everywhere.
show
What?
plays.
And it's like
Is
a
that Growl?
It
Yeah.
looks like a
Derek found
DIY.
it.
What?
They
Wait,
do.
hold up. There's a
Like,
comic
y'all
book
have
store?
never
And
been
a
in there?
brewery.
Yeah, and records, comics, you know, like all that.
That's all
stuff.
my favorite shit. Is there a
It's-
wrestling
what-
ring in the back?
Parking lot.
There's no stage, but you know, I was up
Yeah.
playing. You know, like, oh, hey, don't take that record. I was already looking at it.
Right.
I'd love to do that from the stage.
But you know, you're getting more people showing up. You know, there
Yeah.
was a lot of people. I mean, we started at 6 or 7 at that heavy mash.
No, we.
No, remember
Was-
we had some
we-
people
yeah.
cancel out, or 4. No, it was early.
4,
afternoon.
fuck.
Wasn't
that's
It was daylight, so it felt weird.
Right.
No,
But there
was
was-
yeah, it was like 4.
There was
Sorry.
still a good amount of people there, but by the time Duel and Doomstress and all of them were playing, packed. I
Yeah,
mean, they
no
were
shit.
all
Yeah,
in there.
I mean, it was,
Doomstress is fucking killer. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Every
Every
time.
fucking show, yeah.
You could tell
Yeah.
they've been playing their tour because they came on and it was on time. I mean,
oh yeah,
Those guys are road dogs. They're constantly
Yeah.
out there.
their van
Killing
was
it.
funny as hell. I mean, they had this is the bed we got made up over here, a little cooler. I mean, they're set up for it.
yeah.
And it looks like it's just crash where you crash.
Yeah, our whole deal is just like, here's where I fall asleep on Rogan and
Yeah.
try not to drool on his coat. We're very close in Diesel Beast.
Yes.
A lot of cuddle parties on accident.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm just saying, man.
My soft part.
We could snuggle. So, I mean, first off, when we put this out, I'm going to blow everybody I can looking for a drummer for you guys because I want to see you back out there. But with the guitar player playing interim drums, like, what do you think you guys are going to keep trying to play shows, or are you going to just write new shit, or?
We're focusing on writing. Our plan was to stop playing shows after we played December 7th at
Ridgely Room
Ridgely Room
in Fort Worth.
Okay.
We were
Yeah.
supposed to play that show, but he left the band before that.
Oh,
so
damn.
that's a lot. And we haven't played in a while now. Early December, O'Reilly's, I think it was. But we said we're going to stop. Let's get sit down, have the meeting, big hug, and
Right.
and let's figure out where we're going. Let's put some of these riffs. Do I like this one? Do I like this one? Are we going, long? We're going to make 15-minute songs, whatever. We just wanted to have an idea where we were going, but
Right.
now we took the breath. It was just all the holidays going on. We kind of
Sure.
said we still have the plan to get together, and we just want to.
Here we are, early January. By
See,
the way.
and you, like
Yeah.
me, are a heavy metal dad, correct?
Yes.
And so the holidays are not fun at all. Like,
beat
fucking
down.
Christmas sucks so much ass when you have kids. I'm sorry. Like, I loved watching him unwrap his presents. That was great. But the rest of all of it, I was just like, fuck all of this. I was like, had to go see fucking family members I didn't want to see.
Were you just like slamming beers the whole time?
My kids, dude, I drank quite a bit on our holiday break. It was not great.
So is that what you're looking for gift ideas? So just give you like a bottle of Jack Daniels.
You want to give me a gift on Christmas? Take my family to my in-laws' house and let me stay the fuck home.
Oh, they're gone.
Fuck, you can leave the kid with me. That's fine.
Nice.
No, but yeah. So, but I mean, it's hard to do fucking anything when you have kids. I'm gonna get on this tangent for a minute and then we'll split off. But I mean, like, you got to balance. If you are balancing family life, then you are probably balancing a full-time job, and on top of like any musical projects, any like you're out here on a fucking Thursday night doing our podcast and stuff like that. Like
I have tomorrow off.
it is what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
I have to be
Yeah.
at like 6 a.m.
Fuck
bro.
you.
Fuck
I know. I have to be up at 6 too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I make my own schedule.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
We're wage slaves.
Yeah, we are.
But I mean, it's just it's like Kelly was saying earlier. Like this is a passion thing that we do here. This is something that we are compelled to do. It's something that we kind of feel like we need to do. And
Yeah,
like
it's either
Eric
this or
said-
murder people.
Well,
Yes.
that's, like Eric said, like
This
when you
seems
don't
more
play for a
productive.
while, fuck yeah,
That's-
dude. I get
When you lose
itchy.
music
Yeah.
out of your, I mean, it's funny. You wonder what's wrong. Maybe I need a fucking pill because I'm ready to beat people up for not using your blinker. Give me my bazooka. Fuck
right.
this dude. And then
for
I feel
little
like, man.
shit.
Yeah.
And I put everything out in my music. I believe you should play it any kind of attitude you have. If you're upset, mad, whatever, go play because something's going to come out of that. But a lot of people, until they get there, they're like, I don't want to fucking touch it. I'm sick of it. And then I'll play when I feel better. It doesn't.
I play
always
to
work.
calm myself down. Like if I get like real worked up, because I'm also like I'm a hippy dippy little yoga dude. Like I like doing yoga and meditating and shit like that. But when that is not working, then like I crank up my amp, stick on my headphones, and just stand there in my fucking office and shred until I don't feel like shit anymore. It's
Yeah.
very therapeutic. But I mean, a lot of people don't get what it's like for musicians. I mean, we have to do this. This is not like we're obviously not out there to make a shitload of cash, especially us, because we all chose heavy metal for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
We could have started a boy band, guys.
Right?
I think I would scare folks.
Girl.
That's what I don't
Already
think
wanna
that
kill myself.
people that don't understand metal is like they think that it makes you like angry or violent, but it's actually everyday life that makes me angry and violent.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the only thing that keeps me from killing multiple people.
Yeah.
The stress of everyday life.
Yeah.
It's the little things that build up and you don't release.
Well, it's just like anything. I mean, or just like being somewhere like over the holidays, like hearing the same fucking Christmas music like over and over again. It's like,
Yeah.
please play Morbid Angel for me, please, please. Like I will smack this kid if it doesn't shut up.
Well, like Carrick said, I'm a father, so I'm moving to the Christmas mode. They really,
Oh, yeah.
their excitement makes me excited.
And I get, like I said, I get excited. And the whole reason that I'm not just a piece of shit around Christmas is really so that he has a good time. Because that's really what it's about. But I mean, fuck, in my head, I'm just screaming.
Well, you get to that point where everything, the family forgets. You can come home and change the attitude of your entire family just by being in a bad mood. You're gonna make the fucking ants go nuts as when you get home. But if you come home and you kind of calm down and do everything you need to do with stress, you can't. The music that I play, it allows me to do that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to come home every day pissed if I don't have something to release it with. And me and Kelly were talking about that on the phone. Like, we need to play music because I've been ready to slap people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can always tell, and like I don't know you guys that well. Like we're buddies and we see each other on the scene, but I follow both of you guys on Facebook, and I can always tell when Kelly's not playing music because you get fucking mad on Facebook. You're just like fuck everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like she needs to play some bass
Well, yeah.
and toss her hair
Kinda.
around, smack people in the face with those luscious locks.
You need a whip.
Yeah.
So, what have you guys been listening to lately?
Me, I don't know, man. I listen to a lot of different stuff. I mean,
Such as
I've rekindled like Atomic Bitch Wax.
I've always
recently.
liked Atomic Bitch Wax.
Man,
Those guys can fucking
that
jam.
Spit Blood album.
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude! Like that's
that guitar sound
shit.
is so fat on that fucking album too.
Yeah, we were listening to that song off the album on the way here, man. And I was just like, dude, listen to this, man. I don't know, I always go to my, to Stevie. Pink Floyd.
Nice.
I kind of listen to every kind of different style. Like, I have like a shuffle, on my Pandora.
Just kind of whatever scratches the itch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Pink Floyd album?
That's
The Wall.
The Wall's a great fucking album. It really, truly is.
Yeah.
Roger Waters, though, was the most patient fucking bass player I've ever heard in my life. Because he just sit there on A like dun, 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 for like 40 fucking minutes. And
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Right.
Play another note. That would make me fucking crazy.
Yeah. and Diseased. There was stuff like that for me on bass. Just
when I decided to come into Disease, I kept trying to contact Kelly, and she wouldn't call a motherfucker back. And so I said, well, screw them. I won't play. And then finally they got a hold of me, and I said, I've been trying for 4 months to get a hold of y'all. So I come out there, and I'm excited because the first band I played in, when I decided I'm not going to do it, I want to do it before I get too old, was a cover band, and I hated it. I hated playing other people's songs all the time.
I don't like being in cover bands either.
So I said, well, let me get with Disease. And I got there, and they said, well, can you play any? And I was like, I was playing whatever I could. And they was like, all right, yeah, that sounds good. We started playing, and it was like, and I'm like, so something else? Tell me there's something else. Yeah, hold on. Same note. I'm like,
wait, and then
a little vibrato, please, something.
It's a G now, okay?
So,
like,
I was kind of, I was glad to be in a new band that we were making our own music, but I was still like, metal guy. There's like Metallica is change, and I wasn't that far along.
There's always like 80
me
different
something
riffs
else.
in any given Metallica song. That's
So,
true.
Eric, besides Metallica, like who are your favorite bands?
Well, my all times, I have some newer bands that I'm listening to, like Conan.
I like Conan.
Monolord.
Yeah.
I love them. I love the sound that they have. That
Monolord's badass.
Just the rhythms they get into.
I only recently even discovered, but I started to get into Conan. Those guys are badass.
Man, Hawks as Weapons. That song, man. I turned it on just because it said Hawk. I said, it must be badass. So I listened to it. And I was just blown away. And at work, I have to listen to it all the time. But my classics, Metallica, Megadeth, and I always defend Metallica. I'll fight.
So does Jason. Jason will fight a motherfucker.
I will. I'm the same way. Like people, fuck Metallica. I said, motherfucker, what did they do for music?
That's always the point. Because first off, I bag on Metallica every now and then, usually just to get a rise out of Jason. I like Metallica.
I love
quite a bit,
Metallica.
actually. There's a couple of
Metallica
albums.
Unabashedly, I love Metallica.
Amazing. I just like to bash on Metallica to fucking piss off Jason, but the point you just brought up, like, even if you fucking hate Metallica, you cannot deny what they did for just music in general, not even metal, not even rock and roll, just music, period. There are production techniques that are used that were invented trying to fucking record Metallica. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nuts.
Well, it's not just that. It's, when Metallica, what am I trying to say here? Metallica gave me that big change.
Yeah.
And whenever they started playing Reload and Load and all the ones, I still like that music. But James Hetfield was at his point where he was far gone in the drinking.
Oh, yeah.
They were still putting out albums. You know how short-lived bands are around here?
And also around that
one
time,
album might be, oh, my God, at least they got an album out. Then they're gone. Hey, I like this band a lot. No longer together. And you're watching him go through his worst, getting kicked out of his house. There was a story about on one of his daughter's birthdays, he was in Russia in the middle of a ice lake fishing, drinking vodka or something. He's like, what the fuck am I doing here? But we're sitting there watching this, and then you get Saint Anger, the fucking, the one that kills everybody. You know, that
I do not.
I like it.
I don't like
I like it. I don't care. I mean, I don't like every song on it, but I do like songs on it.
Yeah?
I do.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't.
I do.
the beginning
I think
of
it's
that,
just raw. Like
It is raw.
It's just
yeah.
just raw
It
to
is.
me, and I like it.
the
Yeah.
beginning of it,
Right
it
on.
was before he went to rehab, and then they came back, and I think they finished it up with that fucking snare drum. That drives me crazy to this day. But you heard some guitars come back. You
Yeah.
heard some of the rhythms like Invisible Kid and stuff like that. It wasn't great. I hated the lyrics, but you were watching somebody go through some shit. You
Right.
know, they're allowed to do that.
Sure.
And they had the balls to try something new. Did it work? I don't think so, because look where they're going back to. But they tried.
Well, fuck, man. I mean, they did Lulu. What?
Can we not talk about that shit?
No.
I'm talking,
If you're going to take the good, you have to acknowledge the bad. And Lulu is one of the worst recorded things ever. There are death tapes from cults and shit that are more entertaining than Lulu.
You ever listen to something and you're just trying to make it good and it just no, hold on, it's coming up. The chain here
This
it
isn't
comes.
working.
Oh, I gotta turn it off. I really gotta turn this off.
I had to. I was working for a music website when that album came out, and I was their metal guy, and I had to review that album, and I was just like, I couldn't even listen to it all the way through. And I think I said that in the article. I was like, this is awful. It's just fucking terrible. It's so bad.
But I'm not denying that there's some songs I don't like, or even the Saint Anger album. But man, what they're able to do, they're fucking 60.
Yeah.
And they're still putting out the new album. I liked a lot.
You also got to think, like, I like their new album a lot. But when they were doing Reload and James Hetfield was going through all that bullshit, they were touring like fucking crazy too.
Yeah.
And I mean, even to this day, Metallica still hits it pretty hard for a band of their status, for sure.
Yeah.
Like if they'd wanted to, they wouldn't have to play more than 2 shows a year and still all be rich as fuck.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, like they play in the States a lot. They go overseas a lot. They play in China and Japan quite a bit. And it's just fucking crazy what those guys have accomplished. And like I said, even if you hate them, you cannot deny that you should fucking respect them.
They
They're goddamn
influence a lot.
monsters.
And it drives, Megadeth. I love Megadeth too.
Yeah.
Holy Wars, The Punishment Due was the
Right.
first one I heard, and you hear that and it's just evil. There's something bad. I said, even in my head, I said, there's a war going on. But when they split, Megadeth was hatred. There was a lot of hate in their music and,
Right.
and the way they did things. And to me, Metallica was more soulful. When you get to these Load and Reload, that's them letting Kirk Hammett and do your bluesy thing. And I know Kirk Hammett's love for the wah pedal, but that's a signature to me. If I hear that, I know exactly he can play a riff, and you'll go Kirk Hammett.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
He's just like, yay, I get to play music with my
But
friends.
that's what I liked, the Megadeth and all that. But whenever I got a little older and heard Lamb of God, I heard Ruin, and I saw I saw the video first, and I was like Lamb of God, and they were.
That's my favorite Lamb of God album.
Ruin. When I heard Ruin, I thought that was the heaviest fucking thing I've ever heard. And if you've not seen the video, they have a church. It's set in like some rustic Mexican town, I believe, and they have on their little marquee, Lamb of God, so they think they're a Christian band, and they come in there in the middle of the church. And dun, 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 dun.
That's got to be based on a true story. That's happened to them before. Like, oh, Lamb of God, those sound like nice Christian boys.
We were burn the priest, but that wasn't working. We couldn't get into the good venues.
I hope it went down exactly like that.
But the local scene, people are forgetting it. There's a lot of great bands, and you guys,
We are
Silver
blessed.
Tongue and
We have some
Diesel
really
Beast.
great songs or great bands around here, and just even great individual performers that kind of make the rounds in other bands and do all kinds of shit. But our scene is not vast necessarily, especially here in Denton. But we're all there, and we're all like giving it everything we got for the most part. I see more good bands than I see shitty bands doing in the venues that we play and the bills that we play, personally.
But I don't like people that say, "Oh, this band, oh, they're garbage." This band sucks. I don't like that at all. You don't know what level they're at. They might just be, let's try to get this. And like I said, you're having fun on stage. We have fun on stage. We get up there, we're playing the music we wrote, and we want that reaction from you. And as soon as we get one wide eye or something, we get into it. I mean, we kind of go nuts. They're at that point where they're not letting go yet. They're still.
I have a dream, and I'm going to see this shit through a little bit.
And if they make one mistake, it's the end of the fucking world. Did you? Oh man, that was a great set. Oh, did you hear me fuck up the guitar on the second? No, dude.
We didn't. Not at all.
Yeah.
But once you get past that, Kelly used to give me this little thing because whenever I first started, I hid behind my cabinet. I was like, "Don't fucking look at me, man." I didn't like it at all. But by the end of the little set, I was like, "Hey, look at me."
Yeah.
But I still wasn't to that point where I was letting go. Everything was real. I got to make sure I get this right. And she goes, "Man, you need to just put your dick out there, man. Let it hang out there." I ain't getting it chopped off.
Just put your dick out there, man. I mean, like,
good
just
friend,
do
Kelly.
it. Like, just fucking
Kind of scared
put it
me
out
for
there.
half a second.
But yeah, I mean that's my advice to like anybody out there who's trying to be a musician, aspiring musician. Just go for it. I mean, not saying I'm approving or endorsing Nike there, but just do it. But I mean, like just you got to just put
Go
yourself
full
out.
blown.
Yeah.
Don't.
I'm not gonna lie. If you literally pulled your dick out at a DeadHAWKE show, I would tell everybody about that shit.
You think it's just my zipper?
Yeah.
Hey, your
like
zipper.
Jim Morrison. Do a little Jim Morrison.
No, but I mean, Kelly, that's really good advice, especially if there's any. I don't know what youngsters would be listening to this show. You have better things to do with your time. But if you are listening, you should follow Kelly's advice.
As you're listening on this commute to daycare,
yes,
Kelly's advice.
Yeah.
show's not for children, but it's
put your
not
dick out there.
for children.
Right.
No, but I mean, and I'll say this, and I've had to work countless open mics and shit like that. And my dad runs a bunch of open mics around town, and I've worked with him a bunch. And there are people that do not fucking belong on stage. They just don't. But I will say this, you get at least a little nod of respect from me for just having this act to get up there and do it in the first place. If you're taking it seriously. If you're just getting up there and making noise because you're a fucking drunk asshole, you're pissing me off. Get off so that I can hear this other girl play Wagon Wheel for the 7th fucking time. There was this guy, his name was Whack-Ass Snaggletooth. And I remember that because I had to host the show that night, and I was
Sounds
looking
like
at
a
the
game
list,
handle.
and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm pulling my chair closer for this.
yeah. But this dude, he was this little wiry, he looked nasty, bro. He looked like he hadn't showered in a while, and he'd been locked in a room, just pulling his meat for a few days, and he just looked sweaty. And anyway, this dude got up with this.
A lot of tinfoil in his car.
Yeah, kind of. There's a little bit of a methy vibe to this kid, but he got up there with a fucking just this beat to shit old Fender, and his amp had a blown cone in it, and it just sounded so fucking bad. And this dude proceeded to just beat the shit out of the strings, and then at one point he took a staple gun and started stapling his strings to the neck of the guitar. And then I was just I think I cut that guy's set short, and he got pissed off at me.
Oh man!
And if you guys don't know me like this yet, you guys definitely know me like this. Piss me off when I have a microphone. I fucking dare you. I will roast your ass in front of God and everybody. And this kid, he said something about me being a punk, and I was like, no. Punk rockers can play their shit. What you did was give me a fucking tool time lesson on the neck of a shitty old Stratocaster. Get the fuck out of here. I was so mad at this kid, but I mean, and then some other kid got up there with a ukulele, and it wasn't great, and I don't fucking like ukulele music, but she sang her little heart out, and I was like, see, that I can get behind. But fuck you, Whack-Ass Snaggletooth, and if you're out there now, fuck you, man. That was the worst shit I ever had to hear.
I mean, what the fuck?
It was because it wasn't music. It was just some asshole that thought he was going to pretend to do what we do, and I don't respect that.
Right.
Yeah.
I respect you following your passion. I do not respect you thinking that you're too cool to fucking learn how to do what you're supposed to do. What you do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's my 2 cents. Fuck you, whack ass Snaggletooth. Back to DeadHAWKE.
So I got a practical question for you guys. What do you guys? What tuning do y'all play in?
D standard.
D
Yeah.
standard.
No shit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I didn't know that. Because like you get people, I fucking hate, and I've said this on the podcast. I hate drop D
Yeah.
so much.
I do too.
It's
I-
terrible.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't know that you guys tuned it because it's so heavy. You got such a deep sound. So I mean,
I got one of the best compliments down in Austin when we played. I don't
this
think
at
it was.
the Lost Well?
I don't think it's the one. Yeah, it was at Lost Well. I don't think it's the one y'all were at.
okay.
But this guy in the front row said, "Those aren't guitars; those are jackhammers."
Nice.
And I'm like,
That's a great
I
fucking
love
compliment.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the other guy proceeded to
Kinda
say,
blow up. You're
"You
like,
don't know what a
"Damn right
fucking
it is."
jackhammer is."
Yeah.
Why
Didn't that guy say, he was like, where do they find these people? You know, like,
Fort Worth, fucking Texas,
Yeah.
man.
That's the best.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
There are more face tattoos per capita in the Metroplex in Fort Worth than anywhere else.
Ah, wow.
Lends itself to it. You guys are great.
So we're gonna wrap this up, and we really appreciate y'all coming out. Can you tell us a little bit of what you're looking for a drummer? So we're gonna air this, and then we're gonna try to get you guys a drummer so that we can get you back out on the road as soon as fucking possible. But
Yeah.
what are you looking for? Like you know, what's the bio on something
I
that would
just
fit the bill?
assume you guys are probably looking for somebody that's a little more rock and roll as opposed to like a blast beat dude, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, that's important because I mean,
Yeah,
not
Stoner Doom, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Sabbathy.
Well, we just want
Sabbathy,
somebody
yeah.
that's going to fit in with us. You know, we don't know what that. You know, I don't want to say only Stoner Doom drummers come and visit us. You know, 'cause
Yeah.
you don't know where this guy could come from or girl.
Yeah.
You know, you. That's the thing about a band. You know, we were talking about it earlier. If you have these great musicians who can't be in a band because they can't get it together, you just need a guy that fits,
Right.
that works with you well. Like, you guys on stage are comfortable. Y'all move around. I mean, it's almost like you know somebody's going to walk behind you. You kind of step forward and, you know.
because we've all hit each other with our guitars
Yeah.
before.
I ain't getting stabbed with that damn neck again. Not again. Well, I got weak last time.
We've
But
drawn blood.
Yeah.
we just want to have people out that want to play and, you know, relatively good.
So okay, well that's a good point. So you want somebody that is like kind of willing to go out of town because that's kind of where you guys are at now. You play wherever.
Yeah.
The fuck.
We
Yeah.
all have full-time jobs except for BW. He's self-employed. He has his own little stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Motherfucker wakes up at 1 and we're like, yo, you bastard.
Yeah.
Fucking Jason.
Son of a bitch.
But we just want it to be.
Okay, so you want somebody that's cool. They got to be cool because you guys are pretty cool. Like I couldn't see you like playing with some dude that's just a total fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could play with a dude that's a total fucking asshole just fine, but I think you guys need somebody pretty chill.
Yeah.
So if you're chill and good, you got to be good because you guys are very, very good.
Yeah.
And kind of be willing to play out some, like not put your life on hold, but like definitely, you know, be willing to travel a bit. You should definitely, if you can't hit up DeadHAWKE on social media, hit us up here on Warlord Radio Podcast.
Yeah, just
and
send
we
a
will
message,
pass along messages.
Post it, whatever. We'll get you.
If you
sent
know
that way.
anybody, tag him in this episode, whatever. DeadHAWKE is one of. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there, and I know that I've been kissing your ass all night, but this is totally true. You are probably one of my favorite bands on the scene. I really fucking love you
Damn, man,
guys.
thank you.
Thank you.
Anytime you come in, like I and ask Craig, because I love Craig like a brother, but I don't leave town to just go see shows often. I usually wait for them to come to me. I'll go out and play a show, but you are one of the few bands where if like I hear you're playing at the Double Wide and I got a free night or something, like I'll fucking cart my ass out to Dallas. and
We've
watch you
seen
guys.
y'all out there a lot, man.
Yeah, man.
I love the support that our area has. You know,
Yeah.
you'll see
Yeah.
a lot of the bands that we play with will go to other shows.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, there's a lot of bands that, you know, like we were saying earlier, they're just too focused on making it perfect to relax and go hear what's out there because that y'all influence us. You know, we hear
Dude, right back at you. Totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we see y'all set, and we're like, damn, they were fucking full of energy. I mean, when both of you guys play, I'm saying it because y'all are here, and I don't want to say bad things right behind.
You can sit.
You can talk shit right in my face.
God.
You can talk shit.
You can look at each one of the people on stage, and there's something y'all are doing that's energetic.
Yeah.
You know, with the Silver Tongue, you guys are throwing around just riff after riff and moving.
Alex
If I
is
played
smiling his
anything,
ass off.
If I'm
Yeah.
playing none of this, I'm standing still. My eyes are right on that neck. I'm like, okay, come on. And Alex is jumping around like, hey.
Big shit-eating grin on his face. Do not see that in metal every day. Just somebody with this Joker smile plastered on their fucking face. It is great to watch, Alex. But you're totally right. Like, and that's why I think we have such a good scene is we've got good bands putting on good fucking shows.
Yeah.
These are entertaining shows, even if I wasn't necessarily a musician on the scene. Like, if I wasn't even in Diesel Beast and I saw DeadHAWKE, I would fucking like DeadHAWKE. If if I wasn't a member of this scene and I saw Silver Tongue Devil, I would enjoy Silver Tongue Devil. I would go out and watch you guys again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just, we have a lot of fucking talent on this scene, and that's the whole point of this show is I'm trying to get the word out. Get motherfuckers gigs and drummers.
Yeah. So go check out DeadHAWKE. Go listen to their music and go play drums for them.
DeadHAWKE with an E at the end, so you know they're not fucking around.
That's right.
That's DeadHAWKE
Yes.
Extra.
All right. Well, Eric and Kelly, thank you all so much for coming out tonight.
Thank you.
Our last song is Blood Tyrant. Tell us something about Blood Tyrant.
Besides the rad fucking name.
Yeah. Great name, by the way. Killer
Thank
song,
you.
too.
Thank you.
Blood Tyrant was really about Pol Pot.
Nice.
Dude, that's an evil motherfucker right there.
He killed millions and millions of people in
Millions.
genocide, and it's kind of lost. People don't really talk about it. All these bad things going
He had
around.
did you watch that documentary about like the killing fields that he had?
Yes,
Dude, there were so many skulls.
there was blood. Like I'm not going to say 5 inches of blood or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how thick it was, but there was standing blood most of the time.
Yeah.
And just the thought of something like that. We live in America where we have our differences, but we're free to hey, touch me. I'm definitely putting my hands on you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
To live in an area that something like that would happen, that's blood tyrant.
They're like, no, if you touch me, we're gonna fuck up your whole family.
And back then it was just go out and kill them.
Yep.
It just took
Just
him
had
to say
death
that.
squads, yeah.
And that's how they were. And just to think of that, just there's only you're gonna die, and just to know that you're just waiting.
Oh yeah. That's fucking
Yeah.
gnarly.
Evil people.
Awesome. I love that. I love songs that are about something.
That's what drew me to
Yeah.
Silver
Yeah.
Tongue, because y'all have very murderous meanings, but you have
Right.
a true story going behind it, and
Yeah.
you're like, yep, they killed another one.
Nice.
I love it.
All right. So, Blood Tyrant on the way out. Thank you all so much, guys. Check out DeadHAWKE.
Thank you, Warlord.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Radio podcast. We
Yes.
appreciate being out here.
We'll have you on again.
Yes.